Hi, everyone. Welcome to my channel. I am Lisa M. Noble, an
And,
executive brand artisan.
and I'm Jennifer Samuel Chance, executive speech coach extraordinaire. Oh, I'm supposed to be
Uh,
executive speech performance coach. It's one of those days
oh,
already.
did you flex? You flexed on me.
I
Okay.
flexed. I'm sorry.
You flexed. Wow. All right. All right. Coming out like bam, bam, bam. Today, well, we said we would be coming back to you every week, and we've been trying to do that. And so today we're going to talk about the 3 tips to standing out from your competition using your visual storytelling. And Jen is going to ask me some questions, and we're just going to have this whole conversation. So, welcome and come on in.
Okay. So, as a storyteller by trade, it was what I've done my entire life. From story is like for me the glue that brings everybody together.
Mm,
So I know what it's like when it comes to physically telling stories,
mhm.
but I'm very, very fascinated as far as more information needed about visual storytelling to make you stand out. So the question I have is this: how do you actually stand out using a visual? What kind of visual style? How does that work?
So, everybody should have their own visual style. And when we say visual style, what I'm talking about is not only your fonts, your colors, but also the visuals that you actually put on your pages. That is your graphics, the imagery that you put on there. It all should be different from your competition. So you may look out there and you're like, well, they're making money. So maybe I should make my thing similar to theirs. And we've all been there. So I'm not shaming anybody, but that's not going to make you stand out. That's going to make you look like somebody else that's across the way. So clients really, in order to make them stop the scroll, you gotta have something different, something that is going to not only show your personality, but also reflect to them like this is where you need to be. I can help you. And the only way you can do that is to have colors that really resonate with them and really pulls an emotional response from them that makes them say, okay, this person can really help me stand out, can help me with my problem. Because it's not only your messaging, which Jennifer and I we talk about this all the time because she helps me with my messaging and how to articulate myself as far as my voice. But we also have to have these thumb stopping, scroll stopping images that can be of you. Like if you think about it, if you're a service provider, is it better to show just pictures of you on your website, or is it better to show pictures of you servicing someone, you helping someone, you talking with someone, helping them with whatever they're doing, having a computer in front of you? It just has more energy, I think. What do you think, Jen?
I think it's quite valid. And that actually leads me to my next question, which means how on earth can you tell a compelling story using just visuals?
So we can have what I was just talking about. So say you want a modern, sleek feel to your site. That makes you feel good because it's about how we feel as well. Because you need to be able to stand out and say, "This is my brand," and be comfortable with it. So say you wanted like a modern, sleek type of website. So then it would be very minimalistic. Ugh, say it say it twice. Very minimalistic. I can't say it today. I'm just
Minimalist.
gonna leave that word alone. It'll be, very simple with simple graphics. Say you want to have a color of black and white, and then you just have a splash of pink, kind of like we're doing for our Flaunt Your Stage presence. If you go to our landing page and you see here, we're using black, but then we have colors. We have colors in our clothes. We're doing different things with visuals, not only just things on the page, but as well as us. The clothes we had on were very bright. This is telling people, we are excited to work with you. We're here. We know what we're doing. You get to look at us as well as moving down the page. We're giving you information. So the fonts that we use, the visuals that we used on our page, they're very telling. And I think that's how we can really tell people our story through the visuals. And like I said, say if somebody is a caregiver, you see them kind of holding someone's hand. If it's for an older person, there's older people in the on the page, giving them cues as to what you do.
Great.
Makes sense?
Makes sense to me. Now, how can you bring actually build brand loyalty through your visuals?
So being authentic, being yourself. We're coming on here and that's exactly what we're doing. We're pouring our hearts out to you. We're telling you everything about our expertise, but you ought to also get to see us. You get to see our mannerisms. You see that I'm kind of crazy, wild, and then Jen kind of holds me down.
Ah, no comment.
She like, okay, all right, calm down, breathe. That's what she's telling me. Breathe, talk slower. This is what I've learned from her in learning how to speak, and I'm doing all the wrong things. But just by being your authentic self, if your client is more prone to cuss, then go ahead and cuss. Put all those words and expletives in your copy as well as like when you're speaking. If you can get away with it on the social media channels, then go for it. Or if you want them to feel a certain way, speaking to them about how you can make them safe, how you can help them to be stronger, depending on what it is that you're doing, you really can put your own authentic self into it, and that makes you unique because nobody is like you. Nobody's going to do things like you, even though they may have the exact same service. You're going to do it in a different way just because of who you are, and that tells a story in itself. We all have a past. We all have things that we've done. So it comes out in who you are as a person and a brand.
Great. That makes sense too, because I'm sure many of us are quite guilty of being very loyal to certain brands, and
Mhm.
some of the brands are recognizable by their
Yeah,
visuals, by their icons, by whatever
exactly.
graphics they choose to use. And it's amazing the type of people they will draw in depending on the story they tell. So that makes total sense to me. And I think it's one of those things that some people probably
Mm.
miss. They may think, okay, my brand is just my logo or
Ooh,
it's the words I say, and they don't realize that it's a whole complete package that tells a
it
story. So
is.
it makes
And
sense
like
to
you
me.
said, some people they'll say, well, I have my logo, so that can be recognizable. But when you think of a McDonald's or even a Fenty, everybody loves Fenty right now. Rihanna has a beautiful brand, but she not only shows you the logo. Hey Nashaya, how are you? Thank you for
Hey,
coming on.
Nishaya.
Not only do you see the logo, but you also see the beauty in the pictures, and she's telling you a good story. She's telling you I am for all different sizes. When you think of her Fenty Savage, or when you think of the makeup that she does, she was the first one to have like what 40, 50 different shades.
Mm,
Usually I would be at the top of the shades for certain makeup brands, but she's telling you she's different. And that's why they are trying now to catch up with her. Those type of things made her unique and stand out, and now people are trying to mimic what she's doing. So that's
mhm.
just one brand that I just watch and I'm like, wow, she hit it on the nail. She came in just with a vengeance. She let them have it.
And what I love, like you said, is easily recognizable, but more importantly, she carried the brand all throughout. So everything she offers, whether it is makeup
Yes.
or the clothing or even a mindset,
Hmm.
because if you're familiar with Rihanna as a performer, it's totally authentic to how
It
she is.
is.
And I think that's the way
Exactly.
that brands needs to be. Awesome.
Exactly. Exactly.
Okay, so I think that's all the questions I had for today. Anything else you want to share with us before we bounce off and
So
continue
I
our day?
forgot to tell you exactly who I am and how what I do. Jennifer said hers, so I think I need to go back and I need to say I am the executive brand artisan behind influential entrepreneurs who are the face of their brand and they're already like knocking it out the park. They use my Flaunt Your brand method to just shine and stand out boldly in these internet streets. So
Great.
just letting you guys
Thank you,
know that.
Lisa.
Thank you.
Okay. And I think I'm not quite sure I gave my full wonderful description. Again, Jennifer Samuel Chance, executive speech performance coach. And what I do is just enable people, especially leaders and thought leaders, to get on stage. And when they speak, they make sure they have audiences hanging on the edge of their seats. So everything to do with visuals and story and how to connect to your audiences so that they're unbelievably loyal to you.
Mhm.
That's what we're about. We just do it
Yes.
slightly differently, but it's the same thing. So if you found value in what you heard here today, fabulous. Keep tuning in because we're going to be doing lives every week for a while.
Yeah.
And if you have any specific questions or concerns or anything like that, shoot us a DM, shoot us a message, and we'll be more than happy to connect with you.
I just want to make sure. Nashaya, did you have any questions for us while you're on? If you're still here with us. And it looks like somebody else is here with us. So if you have any questions, we'll be happy to answer them. We'll give you a few minutes and we'll just sit here and chat for a bit. But if you wanted to put, if you had any questions, I just don't want to close it down and then you'd be like, well, I just wanted to ask. So, yeah. So we will be doing
They
like,
might be taking some time.
yeah, we'll be doing this like every week. We really want to come
Hmm.
in and answer your questions about how to become visible and to leverage your speaking in order to get in front of your audience because there's all kinds of ways and there's all kinds of platforms, but we need to be consistent on all and have the same message. So that's why we're coming in really trying to help you and answer any questions that you may have. So if you have some, please let it rip and then otherwise, we're going to go ahead and sign off.
Yes.
Um,
I think they're being silent
I
today.
think so. But that's
That's
okay.
okay.
Please, if you're
Not a
on a
problem.
replay, please add a question. Or if you just come back to this and you want to add a question, we'll definitely answer in the timeline. So enjoy your day, y'all.
Okay. Thank you for joining those of you that tuned in.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.